Hola clase, muy buenos días. Hoy vamos a aprender, we're going to learn about definite articles. In English, nouns may be introduced by the definite article the. We can see here it says Gabriel goes to the lunchroom. Lunchroom being the noun, the being the definite article. Lauren has the history books. Books being the noun, the being the definite article. As we come down here, we can see the class, the students, the class, the calculators. Today we'll be looking at a couple different ideas in relation to definite article. In Spanish, all nouns have a gender and a number. Gender refers to masculine or feminine. Number refers to singular or plural. Now, as we look at this, we want to realize that we're not talking about just living things. We mean all nouns. That's a person, place, thing, or an idea. So if you come up here, we can see él introduces singular masculine nouns. Me gusta el francés means I like French. Now, French isn't only for masculine people. It's just that the word has spelling hints that make it masculine in how language is organized. Same is true in the next example. La introduces singular feminine nouns. Necesito la goma de borra. La goma would be the eraser. So erasers, again, don't have a sex, but they do have a feminine spelling. So it's used to determine spelling clues and how words will be spelled in a lot of different contexts. When we think number, we want to think singular or plural. El and la are both singular. French being one language, goma being one eraser. Right? Los and las refers to the idea that you're talking about more than one person, place, thing, or idea. Los cuadernos means the notebooks. Los estudiantes or las clases, los estudiantes, the students. Las clases, the classes. Again, not saying that classes are only for feminine people, but saying that the word classes in Spanish, the noun itself, is spelled with a feminine gender hint. It's just a spelling hint. A couple other things to keep in mind and things to add to your vocab. Suffixes. Word endings are suffixes or word endings that give us hints on the gender and number. Right? So the way that a word ends tells us. If it ends in an O, it's normally going to be masculine, and if it ends in an A in Spanish, it's normally going to be feminine. Words that end in S are normally plural. Right? The definite article is the only way, though, that we can be sure. So while these hints, O, A, and S, let us know masculine, feminine, plural, we need to refer to the definite article, el, la, los, or las, to be sure. Again, these words help us know for sure the number and the gender, which is why they go before every single noun in almost every context. Let's do some practice. It says here, in each of the following sentences, circle the definite article and underline the noun that modifies that it modifies. So we're going to go ahead and highlight here. Definite article is what we're looking for, and noun is what we're looking for. It says, then check the appropriate columns to indicate whether the noun is singular, S, or plural, P, masculine, M, or feminine, F. Again, referring to what we saw up above here. Use this as your cheat sheet. Done the first one for you. It says, sí, tengo la clase de biología. Sí, tengo la clase de biología. We see here la is the definite article. And we see clase is the noun. La refers to clase. Even though we don't see an A ending, we see this E. We know that it is feminine because of the la. And we know that la is also singular because neither word ends with an S. So we can check here, singular and feminine. The next example, it says, Tienes, it says, ¿Tienes los libros de ciencias? We can see here that los and libros are the definite article noun pair we want to refer to. We can see los gives away that it's for sure plural. All right, see the S ending. That leads us to believe it's for sure plural. So you can mark there. Then libros and los both end with an OS. That leads us to believe that it is, I hope you see on your own, masculine. Go ahead and take 10 seconds, try the next one on your own. Quiero conocer a los profesores. Maybe try saying it once before you check the correct box. Quiero conocer a los profesores. About 5 more seconds there. Check the correct box based on its number, singular or plural, and gender, masculine or feminine. And using the suffix, the word ending, to help you. Well, I hope you saw that for sure this would be plural. We see los and profesores, words that end in S. Nouns that end in S are normally going to be plural nouns. Same with definite articles. And again, we see los, the OS ending leads us to believe that we're talking about male teachers. Go ahead and finish the rest of that practice according to the directions, remembering to do the como sabes section, checking the boxes to confirm how you know. All right? We want to make sure we make our learning and our thinking visible. So again, complete each part of the practice, both the underlines and circles here, as well as the check boxes for number and gender. Lastly, we have just a bit of practice here we'll buzz through. It says complete the following sentences with the correct form of the definite article. Again, definite articles are el, la, los, and las. You can see those up above. I was thinking of typing them, but it's okay. Número 1. La clase de español es estupenda. Right? La is what we see expressed here because we know that clase is a feminine word. Now this is one we have to memorize because as you can see here, the ending is an E. E endings can be tricky because they can be either masculine or feminine. We want to make sure we memorize the definite article that goes before words that have an E ending. Nouns that end in E can be tricky. It's best to memorize the definite article. Next one. No me gusta la tarea de español. Otra vez, no me gusta la tarea de español. I don't like the Spanish homework is what this says. Now, despite not liking this question, we can see that la goes here because we see that A ending for tarea. Continue with that same practice using the suffixes of each noun that I've underlined to help you choose the correct definite article. And again, definite articles being what we see up above as el, la, los, or las. Okay? Take some time to finish up that practice and move on to part D. In part D, you'll see here it says, can you think of an advantage of having different forms in Spanish? Can you think of an advantage of having different forms in Spanish for the definite article the? Think of the sentence, las estudiantes son de México. Now, knowing what you do about son de Mexico, what is being said about these students? Go ahead and do your best to answer that question there. No real wrong answer. We want to know your perspective based on what you learned here. Gracias por escuchar a toda esta lección o este leccioncito. Espero que haya disfrutado todo lo que está y nos vemos en clase. Cuídense mucho. Adiós.